What was the moment that changed everything in your life? And now you realize things in your business have to change as a result. See, about halfway through our life, that's when things happen, such as the death of a spouse, divorce, caring for aging parents passing, maybe even a child passing, or health issues, or financial challenges. And certainly, for most women at midlife, we have the challenge of launching our kids for life. They leave the nest, and while there's great pride in that, there's also sadness, because one of the greatest things of your life is now in the rearview mirror. And so once we process these life-changing events, we realize I'm no longer the same woman I once was. It changes you. You have a deepened perspective, a broader viewpoint of life, more patience, more kindness, more love, more understanding. When you really process what's transpired, the goal is to become better, not bitter. And after all of that, you realize my business can't be the same it once was. I'm a different woman now. I want to work with different clients, have a different service I provide. I've got a different message, a different transformation that I can offer to people now because I know so much more. And so your branding and your messaging needs to change because you're no longer the same person. So let me tell you my story real quick. I was a 45-year-old widow in 2014. After a 7-year cancer battle, my husband, Steve, passed. And I was left to finish raising our 3 sons, who at the time were 10, 14, and 16. I chose not to work for a number of years because cancer had taken up so much of their childhood, and we were exhausted and grieving and just needed to heal. And I also wanted to be able to give my kids some of the things I couldn't earlier on because of our circumstances. So I took my kids on vacations, and I went on the field trips and was a room mom and, the team mom, and hosted lots of parties and spent a lot of time with my boys. I don't regret it for a moment. And then after 5 years, I decided to go back to work, working for myself. I became a certified story brand guide, and I launched Bright Brand. And as such, I worked with mostly business coaches, consultants, and small firms that were providing business services. And I guided them to a clear marketing message. And then oftentimes my team and I would rebrand for them, do new design work. We did new copy for them, websites, funnels, email marketing, and campaigns. I was good at it. I loved it. We got great results for our clients. And I started it from nothing. I'm really proud of what I did. So then in 2024, I've been in business for 5 years, and I was driving somewhere, which gave me time to think behind the wheel and process the upcoming 10-year anniversary of my husband's passing. And I thought, I've come so far in 10 years. I'm really proud of me. And oh my goodness, I'm really proud of my sons. They have weathered such a difficult storm in their young lives so well. And by then they were all young adults living on their own. And I thought Steve would be so proud of me, and he'd be so proud of the boys. And then I realized, oh my goodness, 10 years is a long time, but I'm also 55 years old. I feel like I'm 35, but I am not 35, I'm 55. And I thought, 10 years, 55 years, those are legacy numbers. And that's when I realized I have to work with midlife female entrepreneurs, because at midlife, that's when hard things happen and it changes us. And I understand that. I understand the personal journey, and I understand how to turn all of that into a brand and a business and a message and a marketing strategies that align, that will bring the ideal customers to you and will be an authentic business that you will be excited about and feel purposeful about, and will help you Live out your legacy. So that was my moment, and that was my line in the sand. From here on out, my business has to look and sound and feel differently. Now, instead of delivering all those marketing assets, I'm now coaching people through and then lining people up with my strategic partners who I trust and who I know do quality work. My role now is teaching and coaching and guiding and strategizing. And that was my moment in the aha moment in my line in the sand where everything changed in my life. And so if you are feeling like I just went through quite a life experience, and as a result, I'm a different woman now, and my business has to change now, reach out to me. Comment legacy below. I would love to hear your life-changing story and talk about how we can turn that into a message that magnetizes the right people to you and helps you monetize your brilliance. Comment legacy below.